Support from the management fraternity, though. Sir Alex Ferguson this morning saying that people should give you a break.
Well, it's nice for Sir Alex, and there's been many managers. My phone's been going hot all week. People phone in with messages saying hang in there, because once you get your defenders back, we know some of the managers that I know them very well over the years, and we've played against some of them this season when we've had some of the more established defenders available, and we've played well and got some results. So to get those calls is very nice.
Can you understand to some extent though the way the fans feel? A lot of the fans that were giving you the abuse the other night, it was to some extent perhaps another level. Some say maybe crossed the line, but can you understand why some people are getting so uptight about things?
Well, I can understand if they're getting uptight about the position that we're in. We're all uptight about it, but we feel as though that with the right ability to select the squad, if five defenders are injured, there's nothing we can do about that. We've just got to pray and hope that they get back as quick as possible. Gail Geavy's had a very successful heart operation. We expect him to be back in full training within a week. Martin Olsen's a little bit slower, but his hamstring's improving. Scott Daniels is going to be 6 weeks. We need to try and clear up Paul Robinson's calf injury. That's just what we're at the moment. We can't. I would hope that the fans can see that and understand that if any of them were fit, any of the ones I've mentioned, they would play. So we're playing players out of position and giving Marcel a bit of a mountain to climb. Because certainly in the second half, I felt the players responded very well, and right at the very last header of the game, unfortunate not Chris Sambit clip it off the inside of the post.
I've been talking to quite a few people who show you where there's quite a few outside the training ground this morning. They've had a lot of things to say. There are two factors that seem to keep coming back in terms of what they're unhappy about at the moment. The first is that they seem to feel that there's a lack of communication between yourself and the fans, despite the fact that they say that they've asked to have meetings with you, and for one reason or another those meetings haven't happened. What's your response to that?
Well, I mean, my response has always been the same. I spoke with the Deputy Chief Executive, and I think there was a plan where I think the directors first and foremost were going to meet with the fans. I don't know where that's at the moment. I said I would be available. I think there was some type of discussion went on with the fans. I've already met with the fans. I met with the fans in my office and done a full open podcast. That I think there was, I answered every single question that the lads had asked me. I'm always very open and honest with anything I'm asked. And I don't know what stage that's at now with the meeting with the directors, I think, to discuss different aspects of the club that's out with football.
Do you think there needs to be a continuous dialogue though? I mean, obviously you're here, there's a lot of fans here. I mean, what would be the chances of maybe you speaking to them at some point today perhaps?
Well, I mean, I have to take direction from other people as far as health and safety, and making sure that if we do anything like that in a proper environment where I think you would see at the game the other night, it was pretty vicious. So it would have to be in an environment where it was, first and foremost, it was safe.
The other factor that they talk about is the lack of communication as far as they're concerned from the owners. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, you're very much the face of Blackburn Rovers, obviously because you're the manager, but they're worried that there doesn't seem to be any leadership in terms of the club itself. How do you respond to that?
Well, I mean, we have a very experienced board of directors, and you're probably asking the wrong person. If the fans are asking, for comment about, other aspects of the club that's away from the football, then it would be probably best. There's much more qualified people to discuss that, about budgets and about finance and about, the actual structure and the way the club's ran on a day-to-day basis from Ewood. So that's something I wouldn't get involved with. Through the owners and through the directors, they'll have systems and processes that will be in place, I'm sure, like any other club.